Hey there! So in today's video, we're going to talk about how to make money online through what I like to call a next level YouTube business model known as YouTube automation. So what exactly is YouTube automation? Well, essentially, it's a simple process wherein you can create a YouTube channel without having to do any of the work. It's honestly pretty easy compared to the traditional process that the OG YouTubers had to go through. If you're interested, well, I'd like to tell you about the 5 steps that must be followed to complete this process. And yeah, so that's what I'll be sharing with you in detail for this video. Before we begin, please subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you'll be the first to know. Don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment down below. Now let's get started. So the first part of the process is the video concept. You'll have to pick out an idea for content, your initial narrative. And there are many different ones that you can explore, but you'll need to figure out a strong topic that your target audience would be interested in. Once you have that done and ready, then you can move on to step 2, which is script writing. For this part of the process, you'll need to identify the points you need to make, cite your references, and work on the flow of the video. After that, you can move on to the voiceover. This is where you add a human touch to your content. Determine the accent and the tone of voice you want your point of view to be heard. Okay, so after the narration, you move on to step 4, which is video editing. And because your content will be on YouTube, I cannot stress enough how crucial good video editing is. An interesting video will capture your audience's attention and keep it. How your videos are edited can really determine whether or not viewers exit and move on to another video within the first few seconds, or they could check out more of what's on your channel, which of course would be the ultimate goal. Okay, so after that, there's thumbnail creation, step 5. This is your foot in the door. Because along with the title, this is the very first thing that your viewers will see before they actually get to watch your video. So selecting a thumbnail that piques your audience's curiosity is critical. Please just make sure it isn't the clickbait and that it accurately represents what's in the video. So back to what I said at the very beginning. YouTube automation is a process where you don't have to do any of the work. And you're probably wondering how that's possible because steps 1 to 5 do entail work. Well, you're right. For YouTube automation, channel owners work with a team of freelancers who help them create a final product and handle all the processes for them. You can do this too, because again, the idea is to create every single video on your channel without ever doing any of the work yourself. In most cases, a production team composed of freelancers are hired through websites such as Upwork, Fiverr, or onlinejobs.ph, and there is no employer-employee relationship. But the videos are completed and the channel can generate monthly profit. Okay, so now for the exciting part, the profit. A fully automated YouTube channel can honestly earn an unlimited amount each month. So let me paint a picture for you. Once you have your fully automated channel that earns, say, $10,000 per month, and you hire people to produce all the components of your video, which can cost up to, let's say, $3,000 per month, you would still be left with a hefty $7,000 in profit from doing very little work, because your team has essentially done the work for you. Of course, if you don't have the money to hire freelancers at this point, you can start by doing the work yourself and then transition to outsourcing as your channel grows. So let's say that by yourself you're able to upload 14 videos. Working with a production team will now allow you to double that and do 28 videos per month because you have people to manage the workload for you and you can scale your channel more quickly at this point. Okay, so if you're still watching at this point, let me just make something clear. While this all can sound very simple in theory, and many others who talk about YouTube automation do make it sound like it's a get-rich-quick scheme, let me tell you straight away that it isn't. While YouTube automation is definitely doable, it can be a little complicated to put into practice. When people hear the words automated or automation, they immediately think that it's something really simple because they equate the words 100% automation with something that doesn't require too much time or effort. But YouTube automation is actually a difficult business to start because the initial stages of building a channel and gaining the momentum you need to figure into the entire YouTube algorithm can be quite complicated. But then again, once you have that up and running, work becomes much easier. So yeah, please just keep that in mind and we can get to talking about how you can actually begin automating your own YouTube channel. Okay, so if we break it down, there are actually two ways you can get this started. Number one, if you have an existing channel that's already making money, you can go ahead and use the profits from there to automate it, or a new channel even. Okay, or two, if you have the means, then you can use some of your savings to fund a new channel and look at it as an investment. So let's talk more about both of these options. I mentioned that for number one, you would be using an existing channel to automate and scale your YouTube business. This is obviously the less risky option because there's a smaller chance that you would lose your money, and your channel is already profitable and you know a thing or two about YouTube marketing already. Let's say that this cash cow channel consistently gives you around $5,000 of profit each month. And if you were to use a part of that to hire employees and unload yourself of some of the work, then that would be the first step to automating your business. To get your feet wet, you might want to start with just one or two of the processes we talked about earlier in the video: voice narration, video editing, script writing, etc. And the best way to decide which one of them you should start with would be to determine which step you consider to be the most difficult or the most time-consuming. Okay, so for many people, this would be video editing. Your first step would be to go to websites like Fiverr, Upwork, onlinejobs.ph, and simply search for freelancers who can edit videos for you. Once you've found your editor, make sure to include that cost into your monthly budget. For example, you can set a monthly budget of around $1,000 to produce a month's worth of videos. This will leave you with a comfortable month's profit of $4,000. From there, just keep producing videos until your revenue increases and you can hire your second freelancer to take over another part of the process. Again, you determine which part of the work you would prefer to hand over to someone else based on which tasks you find most difficult or time-consuming to complete. For me personally, I would do the script writer second. Script writing entails both research and actual writing work, both of which require a significant amount of time. So hiring a script writer can also improve the quality of your content, which in turn can attract more people to your videos. So when hiring a script writer, don't forget to scout several different sites like the ones we talked about earlier. And these are people who are mostly looking for a side hustle, and you'll probably be able to find some that will charge you as low as $15 for 2,000 words. Do take note that I'm recording this video in 2021 and that these writers charge differently depending on the niche, and that $15 is just an average starting rate. Okay, so now that you have your own freelance video editor and scriptwriter, it's now easier for you to automate the rest of the processes. As we talked about, the three remaining ones after video editing and script writing would be generating video content ideas, video narration or voiceover, and the thumbnail. And by the time you've completed all these processes and the channel is fully automated, then you can focus on starting a second YouTube channel. Automated channels are actually pretty awesome because they're scalable and because they give you so much income for so little work. And because they're not attached to any one personality's face or voice, you can grow it more quickly by replicating the steps mentioned above and just consistently producing content-rich videos that your viewers will consume. So now let's talk about the second way to start your YouTube automation channel. Like I mentioned before, you'll need to use some of your savings and invest this money on hiring freelancers to build your channel. Again, this is much riskier than using profit from an existing channel because, as with any other business, a return on your investment is not guaranteed. Also, unless your channel is already monetized, you don't know for certain that you'll be accepted straight away into the YouTube Partner Program. So if you don't already know, the YouTube Partner Program is what enables revenue sharing from ads being served on your content. You have to apply for membership to the program and meet a few criteria, such as have 1,000 or more subscribers and 4,000 watch hours within the last 12 months. Considering that you would have put money into your YouTube automation channel, delays in your acceptance can be stressful, or could mean using more of your savings to keep the channel running. Because of this, starting an automated channel with a relatively small cash reserve isn't the best way to go about it. Of course, it would be a different case if you're an experienced YouTuber with an already monetized channel, because by then there's a lower chance of you losing your hard-earned money. So let's sum everything up. YouTube automation channels are a great source of income, but it isn't for people who are looking to make a quick buck. Many people have been reeling in the big bucks through this business model, and you can do it too, but you need to take some factors into consideration. Ideally, start off with a channel that doesn't show your face, a channel that has features because it makes it that much easier for you to automate it in the future. Apply for membership to the YouTube Partner Program, and once you start seeing the profits come in, you can begin automating the channel one process at a time, or depending on your comfort level. Again, we recommend that you begin with a video editor and a scriptwriter before onboarding your narrator and graphic artist. Do this as quickly or as slowly as you're comfortable with until you've completed the automation process. At this point, you would have your very own fully automated YouTube channel where you simply approve ideas, exchange files with your production team, and enjoy a decent monthly profit with really little to no work done by you. So that's it. That's really all there is to it. We hope you got a lot out of this video, and if you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Also hit the notification bell so that you're first to know when we post another video. Alrighty then, signing off until the next one.